Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Thursday Banger. It's time for the Thursday Banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday Banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all it's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm gonna keep telling y'all this, man. I just want you to stay with your family. I don't want to see you put handcuffs on and go to jail, get put on a bus, get sent somewhere far from your peoples, man. I don't want to see y'all go through these things, man. Change your life around if you out here doing the wrong things, man. Look at what you're gonna be leaving behind if you ever gotta get arrested for these things that you're doing, man. Just think about that for a second. I didn't think about those things before I got locked up the first time. Now I'm gonna be leaving my mom, my brothers, everybody behind like that, man. You gotta think about it, y'all, before you make these wrong decisions, man. So just stay out the way for me, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. It's time for the Thursday Banger. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called We Found Out It's Crime. Part 1. Crazy situation, crazy story, but we are where, people? We are in penitentiary, man. Crazy things happen all the time, and I'm letting y'all know now, man. Coming in prison, man, think you gonna hide what your case gonna be, man. I'm letting you know it's nowhere to hide. It's nowhere to hide in there, man. Prison has somebody from every city, from every neighborhood, from every city that's locked up, man. I'm letting you know now, if you're not around them at this prison, you're gonna see one of them at another prison you go to. You're not gonna be able to hide what your crime is, man. People are gonna know what you're in there for, because it's always gonna be somebody that knows you. But it's always people in there that think they smarter than the other, man. They think they can pull the wool over people's eyes. And usually when stuff like that happens, it's never a good thing. It's always violence, man. So with that being said, though, we on Lawrenceville for this, y'all. We on Lawrenceville. And I can remember being in 60 building, man. This was around the time I'm over there for the second time, man, witnessing a bunch of whole new people, man, different landscapes, all type of different situations. I was used to being in 30 building, but they got rid of me, man. So now I gotta adapt over here, man. But at least it's not San Francisco how it used to be. So around this time right here, y'all know, if y'all watch my stories, y'all already know I'm kind of in laid back mode. I'm not really trying to force the issue. I had got the pack once when I got over there, made a couple dollars, but I'm still not trying to like just let people know that that's what I got going on over there. Like, I really didn't have nothing else going on, to be honest with y'all, man. I really was just floating after that first time, because that's when they was down on me. So like, it was nothing else for me to do, kind of just stay out the way, man. Just kind of get back to the other side. So this was what I was doing around this time, man. So like the whole time I was in 30 building. Like I'm a 30 building guy, man. Like I've been in 30 building before they moved me back to San Francisco. Pause. Like I've been in 30 building forever. This is my word since 2010. So this is like 2014. I'm back in 60 building. So like I've been over there for a while. So like leaving 30 building, man, was a bittersweet situation, man. Like, you know, I was in New Landscape, which I was away from the sergeant that hated me. So that's what I had liked, that at least I was away from the sergeant, even though he was the one responsible for moving me, man. So when I was over in 30 building, though, it was this one guy that used to be over in my man part, which was across the hall in 31. Now, I would see him over there, but he ended up messing up for some reason over there, because he was the type of dude that kind of used to hang with these guys from a city from Tidewater. I'm not going to say the city where he's from or the city where he was hanging out with the guys are from, man. But he used to hang with this particular city from Tidewater, and he was one of those dudes that you would look at and be like, you know, like, you know, he's not from there. Like, should we look at him different? I never looked at him different. Did I know he wasn't from the city where he was hanging out with? I definitely knew that. But at the same time, you can hang out with whoever you want to, because I know I did. So bro just used to rock with this city super hard. Now, he was the type of dude that, you know, he showed leadership skills. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? Even though he rocking with this other city, he showed leadership skills in a lot of different ways. And I say that because he used to be Jai, the only one that'll be trying to like get some money. He'll be the only one kind of like at least be trying to holler at the COs, different little things like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody got habits. Everybody mess with the la. So I would see bro move around like that. So in the beginning, he was a real quiet dude. Like, only time I would see him is when I go to my man part. He wouldn't go to child like that or nothing. So I don't know what he did, but he messed up and went to the hole while he was over there. So he like I didn't really know him like that. So all I remember is when he came out the hole, he came to our part. He came to 33. He didn't go to 31. He came in 33. So when he walked in, I seen it was him. So after he got his stuff situated, man, like now I can see, like, you know what I mean? Not really say that I was watching crazy, but y'all know I'm dumb nosy. But now, like, you know, when you're in a block with somebody, like, now you can really see their real movements. You know what I mean? Pause. Like, just on some, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's in there with me now. You know, across the hall, I didn't really just see him sitting at the table right now. And now he's in our block. So once bro got his property, he got himself situated, man. Like, he became who he was. He was like a little quiet dude. So the dudes from the city that he used to rock with, that was in the other block, there's a lot of them in my block too. So he started going over there with them. He started kicking it with them. He's rocking with them. And everybody's looking like everybody's straight, you know what I mean? Kind of like everybody was looking like they was happy that he was over there. So like, I was like, regardless if he's not from their city or not, like they all jive respected him, you could tell. Now the dude I'm talking about, man, we're gonna call him Ken, man. Now Ken was a brown skinned dude, man, bald head dude, man. Like he wasn't old at all. Like if I'm around this time, I'm right here, y'all probably like 30. Like 30, 31 or something like that. So I give him like 34 or something like that. He wasn't that much older than me, man, but he had the baldy already, man. He used to rock the little neat beard, you know what I mean? He was one of them dudes that definitely made sure he kept himself together. He wasn't on no BS time. I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't on clown time at all. Like he moved right in there. He was quiet. He only talked to who he talked to. And he got respect from that city that he used to hang around. Now, where he was from, it really wasn't a lot of people where he was from. I ain't even gonna lie. Like the city that he was from, the town that he was from rather, like it wasn't a lot of people. Like it was a few people scattered from here to there. But I can see why he probably branched off, because he probably was locked up in this city where he was hanging with, you know what I mean? So like that'd be another main reason why dudes be hanging with a certain city, man, because they did time in the jail with these dudes. So like that's like a dude, like, you know, that he that's from somewhere else and he get locked up in Virginia Beach jail like I did. Like more than likely he gonna be rocking with Virginia Beach dudes when he come to prison. Now I mean, I'm not saying that he has to, but like that's just how I go in there. So like bro, for real, bro was jive. He was like one of them ones, and like the dudes that was from the city that he was hanging with used to treat him like he was one of them ones, man. So I ain't never used to say nothing. Now that he was in 30 building with me, like he never really had to have a conversation with me, except for one time where we had to do business. And that used to be the only reason why I would have conversations with a lot of people in there, because of the business. And sometimes you have to talk to these guys to get something that you need, pause, or they might come to me because I got the la and they got to holler. Like either way, we're gonna have to probably do business if you into that type of world. And I was, and he was. So the dude Ken, man, I can remember when they told me he had it. And they told me he had the la, but they was like, he was only selling feezies, you know what I mean? So I was trying to spend money, but they told me he only had feezies. So the dude that told me, I was like, look, we'll see if he sell me a spoon. Tell him put a spoon together out of the feezies and see if he just sell me a spoon. So they went back and hollered at him. So I guess he said nah, but he was like, he said he wanted to holler at you. So I'm like, holler at me for what? If he said nah, so he was like, man, he out there. So I walked out my cell. I seen he was standing downstairs by the microwave. I pull up on him. This was our first conversation. He turned around. He was like, yeah, man, my fault, man. Weezy, man, he dapped me up. Me and him never dapped up. He was like, yeah, my fault, Weezy, man. He said he was trying to get the spoon, right? He was like, look, just let me give you 7 feezies, though, bro. He said, I ain't breaking it down. He was lit. You could tell he was lit. He was feeling good, you know what I mean? He was like, look, let me give you 7 feezies, bro. You know, wow, bro, I just give you that. That'll equal up to a spoon. He was like, this is how the feezies look. So he handed me the joint. I was like, open it up. Nice feezy game. I was like, all right, 7 of these. He was like, yeah, let's give you $25. I was like, bet. You know what I mean? So I went upstairs and grabbed a bread. You know what I mean? Transaction went good. Like to see bro now, after he did that transaction with me, like he got the dudes from that city that I'm telling y'all, he hanging with, they jive running around getting to a little bit of money. And that's the main objective in there, man. Not to look like an idiot. Not to look like somebody that's dumb poor in there, man. Like the objective is to win. You got to win in prison, man. Because if you ain't winning in prison, you what? You a loser, y'all. So boom. So bro and them was in there jive moving around. Won't nothing too crazy though. It won't nothing like they was up. They won't like that. But still, they was relevant. And that's what it's about too in prison, man, being relevant, man. So like They doing them. I gotta give it to him. So I did the business with him. That was the only time me and him would talk is when we did business. But from that conversation, I seen that the dude Ken was job all right. So he moving around in 30 building, he doing him. Everything was straight. So every now and then you will have a bump in the road in your situation. I don't care how it is or what you going through, man. There's always gonna be some BS that come your way in penitentiary. Like even on the street, y'all know how it go. So as he was in there living good, doing a great Lawrenceville bid, living good, everything was going smooth for him, man. Like they started bringing a bunch of new dudes up there. They said in 60 building, and they said in the gym, a riot had broke out between some dudes in 40 building and 60 building. So like 12 dudes that got locked up. They shipped all those dudes. So it was space all around on both sides of the yard. So like on that Tuesday, they started bringing new people in. So when people started coming in, like you could tell when new people in, because when you go to Child, you can see them. So I seen the dudes in the medical window when we was going into the lunch. We seen them right there. So they about to come on the compound. So we going to Child Hall, we eat, chill, we come back. As soon as we get back in the pod, they was about to call outside rec for 2 o'clock. Before they call outside rec for 2 o'clock, man, you heard the door open up. Then you heard somebody say, hey, yo, the police out in the hallway. Police out in the hallway. The whole pod smell like la. Everybody in the junk, everybody looking, everybody coming out they cell. Lawrenceville, super bootleg. Everybody looking out they do. Who that? The door just open for a minute. So they're like, yo, they're in the hallway by the unit manager office. So that's around the corner from our door. So you can't see around the corner. So they around the corner, but they out in the hallway. So the door just was staying open. So we knew they was coming in. You know what I mean? So the door opened up. You see a couple people come in. You see an old head dude come in. You see a young boy and a white boy. 3 people came in our block. So they all come in. You know what I mean? So the CO tell them, hey, you going there, and you going up there. So they get their stuff out. Everybody get their stuff out of the cot and go their separate ways. Now, the old dude was going upstairs. He's so happy to be going in the cell next to my homeboy, not in my homeboy's cell, the cell next to my homeboy, which was a white dude in that cell. So when he went up there, my homeboy was already standing on the top tier. So I just walked over there. You know what I mean? So I just kind of walked over there just to see if I know him to get a better look. You know what I mean? I got close. I was like, what's up, bro? He was like, oh, what's up? He was like, I thought he was coming to your cell. He was like, how? I got to sell it. I was like, I'm messing with you, bro. I was like, you know him? He was like, no, I don't know, dude. So I looked at him real quick. You know what I mean? I seen him putting the stuff on the top bunk. You know what I mean? I look, light-skinned dude. I ain't never seen him before. Kind of old, got a little gray in his beard, a little gray in his fro. You know what I mean? I look, I ain't never seen him before. So I come back on the reel. So he stepped out. He was like, he looked around. The white dude was coming up. The white dude wasn't even in the cell as he was putting the stuff up. The white dude came up. He was like, hey, man, I'm Ted, man. Shook the white dude's hand. He was like, man, who got some tobacco in here, man? He was like, man, I smelled it as soon as I came in. He was like, anybody got some tobacco? So as he said that, now, I had a little bit of tobacco. I was selling roll-ups on the low. You know what I mean? I had traded a dude for a couple of fees, so I had some roll-ups. So I'm like, I look back. I'm like, how many roll-ups you was looking for? He was like, yeah, look, I ain't get my property box yet, but I got hygiene. Can I buy something for some hygiene? I'm trying to get 2 roll-ups, man. I was like, $5, get you 2 roll-ups. He was like, all right. I was like, bet. So I walked in his cell. I seen him. He was like, yeah, man, appreciate you, man. What's your name? I was like, Weezy, man. He was like, I ain't even gonna say his name. He dapped me up. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, look, anybody in here from such and such? He called out his town. You know what I mean? Not a city, a town. He was like, anybody in here from such and such? I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, I had to think. I'm like, I don't think so, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, man, you know, a lot of them be thinking they from this spot. Yeah, they ain't from that spot. Like they from here. They try to act like they ashamed to be from our town. Down with that, but I know they ain't here though. They always be hiding, trying to hang with this town. So I'm like, I don't know, because I didn't know. Like I knew bro was from another spot. He used to be with that town, but it's been so long since he been hanging with that town. I really thought he was from that town, y'all. So boom. Don't let me confuse you. Stay with me for a minute, man. I promise you. The old dude won't answer. The old dude was tripping. I was like, wow. So I do the transaction and dip. So he come out in the pod. I'm watching him. He come out in the pod. Everybody else ducked off. The dude Ken and his homeboys ducked off. They in the cell. That's how I be on Lawrenceville. Everybody be ducked off doing their own thing. You know what I mean? They probably had a jack. I don't know. But they definitely ducked off. So old head go down the stairs. Old head go down the stairs like this. He made sure he was looking. He came down the stairs like this. He grabbed the rail. He was kind of tall, light-skinned dude. He was like, he was watching everything. So like I say, Ken and them ducked off, so he don't even see them yet. You know what I mean? Even though they wasn't even from his town, basically. But he standing out in the pod, he looking around, he seeing what's going on. He went to the door, he called somebody. He went, hey. Dude comes to the door. You know what I mean? Dude come to the door, he talked to the dude through the door. Dude that was in the honor pod, talking to him. You know what I mean? After he come off the door, he was like, he turned around, he was like, He looked at people. He was trying to catch eye contact with anybody. He was like, hey, kid. Hey, kid. He called his real name. No, you know that. He was like, hey, kid. Hey, kid. His cellie was coming out of steps. He was like, hey, kid in here. What cell he in? My roommate was like, I think he's sleeping in that cell next to the handicap back there, which is the cell all the way in the back of the cut. They had it. You already know the cut was up on that joint. That's my word. He was like, they sleep in that cell right there. Like, dude was like, yeah. He was like, man, Ken over here, man. He looked happy when he saw it. He was like, man, Ken over here, man. He started walking towards the door. He get over there. It was a dude. I didn't even know it was a dude in the cut, like kneeling down, standing by the door from that city I'm telling you he hang with. So he's standing, he kneeling down by the joint. He like, he looking. Oh, yeah, walked up. He was like, oh, what's up, huh? Oh, yeah, was like, oh, no, this Ken cell. He was like, yeah, what's up? Because it was the young boy cell too, because that's Ken's roommate. He like, what's up? Oh, yeah, was like, nah, tell him such and such out here, man. Yeah, man, tell him, yeah, man. Hey, man, tell him I'm out here, man. Yeah, tell him I'm out here. So me and my homeboy on the top tier, we watching this whole joint. We like, man, it's crazy. I was like, oh, he must be no Ken. So my homeboy Patty, he like, man, he might be from where Ken really from though. You know what I mean? So we joking about it. We like, yeah, I mean, you gonna bump into people. You can't hide from nothing. Like, this is how this stuff going here, y'all. This ain't no joke. Stuff happen this simple in penitentiary, man. So you don't want stuff like this happening to you in penitentiary, stay out, y'all. So boom. But we right there though, watching this whole encounter. And it's funny to us. It's crazy to us. For real, we ain't had to pull the popcorn out for this because this was nuts right here. So he stood at the door. The dude that was his roommate, Ken roommate, he went to the joint. He was like, psh, he popped the joint and went in the cell, closed the door on old head. Psh, old head can't see in the joint because the cut up. So the old head just standing by the door. He like, I know he felt stupid because at first he was standing there like he was ready to come in. He had the ready to come in stance. He was like, then after about a minute go by, he went from this to, now he looking out in the pod. He like, then you see one of these jokes. Then the door opened. The door finally opened. I look up, see Ken coming out. Ken came out, was like, he stuck his head out, pause. He was like, he started smiling. He was like, he came out. He was like, he closed the door back. He was like, man, what's up? I said, that dude up. I was like, oh, I told my homeboy. I was like, oh, he do know him. Like, yeah, he got him up. What's up, man? You know what I mean? I can't really hear much. Something, what's up? So they talking, you know what I mean? See the old head like, man, I ain't, damn, old head was like, damn, baby, yeah, that's crazy. Like, old head, how did Ken more posture like this? Like, he like, yeah, when you know what I mean? They just talking old head, super animated. So he was like, hold on. He dipped back in the cell for like 2 more minutes. Old head still standing in front. He ain't even invite old head in. Old head like this standing in front of the door. He like, door open up. Seen Ken come out. Ken was like, man, here, man. Ken gave him a decent bag. I look at the bag from an eyeball range. That junk like about $25 in grub, y'all. So boom. So when you give a dude that much bread in penitentiary, that just got the penitentiary, that means you rock with this guy. That's the only thing I can think of, man. Like, if I'm gonna look out for my homeboy like this, I've been knowing dudes for years. When they get up there, I ain't giving them $25 in food. I'm not. I'm gonna throw them a care package, man. A couple of soups, a couple of chips, a tuna fish game, something to goddamn hit the la or something like that. I'm gonna do something like that. I ain't got $25 in grub, man. Y'all know I'm a fat boy. Food is hard to come by in that junk, man. So like to see Ken, even though Ken and them got to work, to see them doing that was really nothing. But still, I just seen he looked out for old head. Old head got the jump. Old head was like, so he talking to old head. He was like, man, I guess Ken told him, man, go take it to your cell. He was like, he came up the steps like this. He was like, he had the bag. He was like, he got to his cell. He was like, hey, young blood. He looked at me. He was like, hey, young blood. I'm already 30. He like, hey, young blood. Hey, you got some more of them blows? I'm like, you talking about roll ups? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. He was like, hey, look, let me get 2 more. He did his hands like this. He was like, let me get 2 more. I was like, what? He was like, let me get 2 more of them jokes. I was like, I got you. When I walked away, my homeboy was like, he said 2 more of them jokes. It was weak, y'all. So boom. Oh, it was wild. It was like, yo, let me get 2 more of them jokes, man. I didn't know what he was throwing up, man. That's word. I thought he was throwing up a gang sign. I didn't know what that was, man. That man said, let me get 2 more. So we trip on the joint. I make the play with him. But he just got some food, you know what I mean? And he said he gonna get his stuff like, so he's straight. So I ain't even tripping, man. So he come back from putting the stuff up in the cell. He go down the microwave. He start making the stuff. So you already know Ken disappeared. So it's getting close to lockdown. So around this time, that's when a lot of people be coming and moving around, trying to, make their food, get all that stuff situated before they gotta go. So he came out. He was getting next. He was like probably the third person that was going next in the microwave. So he's standing down there with his stuff, you know what I mean? He got a bag of chips in his back pocket. He got a tuna fish hanging out of his front pocket, and he already got the 2 soups in the bowl. So he's standing down there waiting to get next. And the microwave game on, I'm guessing, but it's getting close to lockdown, so everybody's everywhere. So I look up, Ken and them door finally open up. The cut come down. They finally come out, everybody going back to their cell. It was like 4 dudes in there, that's word. Everybody going everywhere. So Ken come out, Ken just stood in front of his door. He was just standing there like this. He was like, you know what I mean? So I see the old head dude pin him. Old head dude was like this, waiting for the microwave. He was like, hey, Ken, hey, man, come here, man. Come here. Ken was like, he's like, man, come here, man. Ken was like, Ken walked over there. He get over there by the dude. Dude was like, man, when the last time? You can see they were reminiscing. When the last time you seen such and such? Man, I ain't seen him in a minute. They say, what you call it, locked up? Yeah, man, old Johnny Ray locked up, man, yeah. They reminiscing like crazy. But the whole time, the nigga Ken like this. Ken just, you know what I mean? So dudes calling me like, hold on, Ken dip. You know what I mean? Old head making soup. You know what I mean? Old head making soup. Ken disappear again. You know what I mean? Ken disappear again. They call lockdown. Lockdown! Time for lockdown! Everybody locked down! All the doors open up. Everybody going everywhere, getting stuff last minute. It's time for lockdown. We coming back out again, but it's still last minute. Shower, microwave game. You got to get it out the way right now before 8:30. So everybody moving fast. Everybody getting their stuff. Everybody getting stuff. I looked up. Old head come back up the steps with a soup bowl like this. He went up the steps stupid. He was like, he get to his cell in time. He don't miss his door. Everybody in their cell. But when he came out, when he went and put his soup bowl in the cell, he came out. He was looking on the till because they was locking doors anyway. He was looking around to see if he seen bro. It looked like he was super gagging. Like he was looking around. He was like, man, what Ken at? He was looking down under the jump, almost like with a railing of the steps. He was looking under. He was like, make sure he can look down there. And Ken said, he was like, man, mister, man. Lady was like, step in. He was like, all right. She was like, step in. She closed the door and boom. She come down, boom. She clock all the doors. So we behind the door, they count. So after the count was clear, I promise y'all, we come straight out. As soon as we come straight out, I look. Ken got the cut up. As soon as count was clear, him and his roommate got the cut up. Who I look and see at the door? The old head at the door. The old head is at the door like this. I can't hear what he say, but he knocking on the door. Nobody's coming to the door. After like his 10th knock, you see the jump open up. It ain't Ken, it's his homeboy. It's his Ken roommate. Ken roommate come out. Ken roommate like, yo, man. What's wrong with you, Unc, man? Why you keep knocking on my door, Unc? What's good? Old head was like, man, I ain't come knock on the door for you. I'm looking for Ken, my homeboy. That's my homeboy from the street. What you mean? That's my homeboy from the street. Ken was like, Ken came out. Ken was like, yeah, hold on, man. Chill, man, chill. You know what I mean? So you gotta chill out, Unc, man. I got shit going on, Unc. Like you just can't hear anything. This we ain't in the jail, Unc. You gotta be worse. So you went home from the jail. I've been bitten. Like I don't bid like that, Unc. You gotta goddamn fall in line, Unc. Old head was like, fall in line? What the hell you mean fall in line? What you talking to like that? Ken was like, I'm talking to you like that. You just coming knocking on my door. You can't just keep interrupting. I gotta sell it. We got shit going on. You know what the fuck you doing? You fucking up. So as he say that, you just see dudes coming from nowhere. Like dudes is, you know what I mean? Dudes is coming from where? Dudes popping up. You started seeing the other dudes from the other city. They just start popping up like hyenas. Like they, you know what I mean? Like we in the cut. Like, oh, that joint in the cut where they at already. But it's like you just see them start popping up. So they kind of like circle old head. So old head kind of confused. You know what I mean? And you would have these dudes that be feeling confused about situations like they be thinking they right about. You know what I mean? Oh, you wrong. Oh, man, come on. You keep being worse than hell off the top. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. Man gave you some food, man. Go sit your ass down some goddamn way, old school, man. No, he back at the door knocking. You know what I mean? So old head said, man, goddamn, nigga. I was just trying to see, nigga, if you can goddamn smoke with a nigga. Do something with a nigga. I ain't been high yet. What the fuck? I come to your cell earlier, nigga. Your whole cell smelled like the la-la. Shit, goddamn, I smell it. Let me inhale it. This word Ken was like, man, look, man. I ain't got time for that shit right now, bro. I'm a whole different person from who you know now, bro. Look. He was like, you different, nigga. You still look like Ken to me. He was like, look, nigga, I ain't gonna tell you no more, man. Don't knock on this door when count clear no more, bro. We doing shit. Old head was like, nigga, fuck y'all. As soon as old head said that, nigga caught him. like I didn't even see the punch, but I heard it. And when I heard the punch, that's because they were just arguing so long. Once I heard the punch, that's what made me look. I heard something go, I looked. I seen goddamn old school, like he was already in block mode. You just seen one dude from the city just hitting him, boom. Then another dude came and Ken stood there for a minute. He hit the ground, boom. They was on top of that nigga, but they got him behind the steps. The police can't see the shit, so he hit the ground. Nigga like, man, get your dumb ass around here, man. Fuck around with you, man. Stupid ass, man. Get the fuck out of here. And they kicked him, boom. His roommate kicked him, man. Get the fuck away from my cell. I was like, he hit Uncle in his back. I was like, he gave him a look like, I'll never forget that kick. He was like, this word Ken was like, oh, chill. Y'all niggas chill out, man. Hold on, chill out, man. Chill, man. Look, man. He helped Uncle. Uncle was like, man, get your goddamn hands on. He was like, man, look, me all at you, man. He grabbed Uncle. He was like, come in the cell. Uncle went in the cell. They was in the cell for a minute. I promise you, they was in the cell probably about for like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. The niggas just beat his ass on the outside of the cell. They still standing looking in there like, they still looking like they ready to beat Uncle ass again. They looking, they like, man, next thing you know, goddamn, you just seen old school coming out. Word, old school walked past him. When he walked past me, I heard the noise. Like you can hear it. And that's the noise it was making. It was like, I was moving like that. This word, he walked past us, you hear all that shit. I looked at his jeans. I was like, God damn, that nigga shit was loaded with items in that shit. He had all type of shit in his pants. You can hear it like he got all this shit stuffed in his pants. So he walked by, he was like, nigga was looking. You see goddamn bro come out the door. Bro came out the door, he was just standing there looking. You seen Ken just was standing in his door looking like this. You seen goddamn old head go up the steps with all that shit. He like, he got to the top 10 of that joint like it took him forever. His legs was heavy. He was like, he went in the cell. It was like, damn, that joint was crazy. I was like, man, that's wild. So he stayed in the cell the whole time. That's my word. Man, I don't know how much money that was that he had on him. All I know is he went upstairs with that, man. But when it was time for lockdown, usually the workers would come out to do the night work, the night cleaning and all that, which dudes are still running around at the nighttime. Man, I promise you, this time they locked down, they told everybody to lock down. They made everybody lock down. Everybody locked down. Promise you, man, everybody had to lock down. So when the police came in the joint, they got everybody in their cell. After they got everybody in their cell, they came up the steps. Dudes was like, yo, they coming on the top tier. They on the top tier. Dudes hit the noise, they walking up the steps. As soon as they get up the steps, they hit the first jump, kind of like the first, bro cell was right there. The cell that the old head moved in was right there. They go straight to that jump. They come in and jump everybody. I'm trying to look out. I can't see all the way down there. I'm looking. I'm telling my homeboy, what's going on? They was like, I don't know that. What you call it cell? The white dude cell. So everybody watching the jump. You just seen him taking the nigga handcuffs down the steps like this. He was like this going down the steps. Old head was like this.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.